Welcome back to Shaving Down Under. I'm Doug, and today I'm going to shave with a few things. First off, let's have a quick look at the soap. It's soap I've used before. Stuga, Australian soap company, and this is their peppermint and French rosemary. If you love peppermint, this is your soap. We're also going to shave with a blade and razor combo. So what we have here is not a Gillette, it's actually a feather razor. And you might be able to see it on the back there if I got it up the right way. Anyway, it says feather. So I have feather blades. I've never had much fun with feather blades. We all know that they're reputedly the sharpest blade in the business, and like with a few sharp blades, they really do cut me up. But something that's been popping up on my feed the last couple of weeks is corking. So I thought, let's give this a go. And so here we are today to try out the corking. And if you need to know what sort of cork it is, that's a bottle I shared with the missus. Anyway, let's get into it. I reckon just run it through the cork once on either side. Here we go. And so you can see it is a feather blade. So I don't really know anything about these razors at all besides the blade. There it is. So massive lather. Lucky I've got an old t-shirt on. Got soap flying everywhere. Once again, too much soap. So here we go. So just straight off the bat, the first thing I've really noticed with this razor without even using it is the length of the handle and the weight. So it is quite heavy, but the weight is sort of centered up the head end. Like the balancing point is in around there. Straight away, all I could feel was blade. So we'll take it easy with this one, because it felt like, what it feels like is absolutely chewing through my whiskers, and just the head angle is a little different to what I'm used to. Can you hear it? So I think the term in the shaving game is feedback. So it's quite noisy. I don't know if it's because of the head, the way the head's made, bit of metal, bit of plastic, or whether it's just the blade really doing its job. So usually when I've used feather in the past, and I will do this corking experiment with a Personna 74 in the nearish future as well, because Personas have got a huge reputation, or the Personna 74s from the past, from the 70s. But I always found when I shaved with them, it wasn't until about the fourth shave that the blade settled down, and then I got really beautiful shaves after that for another 10 more shaves. But those initial few shaves, just mayhem with the blood. Not sure I'm getting a good angle under my nose either. You can really feel this blade. You can feel it doing its job. And I find it's a razor, with this blade combo, you don't have to press too hard. To me, it feels like there's just a little bit more blade than the average Gillette. Oh, that's the first pass. Well, I did feel my face just after that first pass, and it's doing a very efficient job indeed. So I don't know how often these razors come up on eBay. I've had this now for some time, maybe a year or so, and I haven't used it at all. It's just been sitting in my cupboard. And when I started seeing these corking videos come up, I thought, right, this is the perfect opportunity. I did see one corking video where the fella ran it through and I think he grabbed the feather blade as well. and he ran each side through the cork about 5 times. And it dulled the blade too much. And then he did it with another blade 3 times. He said it was much better. And then I stumbled on a Geo Shaves, big American YouTuber, doing a corking video. And he just ran it through the cork once either side. And he did what I didn't do. He compared. He showed one side of his face with a corked blade, then took the blade out, put the same blade in that wasn't corked, and you could see by the emotions on his face that it was an experiment that really surprised him. And he found that the corked side had given him a better shave. Okay, so just a couple of little nicks. Rightio, the final pass. So this is what I'm doing here. I'm coming in horizontally on my neck. I think it's a pretty tough place to shave with the average fella, so this is how I go about it. Usually right there, I find it the hardest to remove the whiskers and get that real BBS. And just under my jawline as well. Brighton had the big draw on us Sunday morning, Australia time. It would have been Saturday evening in England against Everton. Disappointing result. But at least we walked away with a point. And Everton thrown a lifeline by the association. And they had 4 points. They lost 4 points as a fine early in the season, and they've given 4 of them back. So that little bit of breathing space should save Everton from going down. Sort of find this fills up with soap pretty quick, but in saying that, it also washes out real quick as well. So rightio. Well, it's a brilliant shave. It's extremely BBS. In fact, it's probably one of the best shaves I've ever had. Especially here, it's I don't think I could have got much better there. I was a bit worried about you start mucking around there, spending too long, and the next thing you know, you get nicked. So give you a look at the razor again. Look, if you see one of these online, I don't think they're very expensive. Just make sure it looks like it's in decent condition, and you're not going to spend a gazillion to get it over to Australia or wherever you live. Appears as though it was made without end caps, which is probably a cheaper way to make them as well. And the Stuga soap, this is, if you're an Australian fella, you don't have anything from this company, get online, look them up, get yourself a soap. Find one, a scent that you think you'll enjoy, and you won't be disappointed. Just top quality soap. Right, I'm going to finish the shave. Since that's peppermint French rosemary, we're going to go with Squadron soap, and the second and last of the excess splash supply they had. So this, to me, this smells, I love it. Interesting enough, my partner really enjoyed the splash I used last week. She thought it smelled magnificent, and didn't like this one as much. But the one I used last week, I used it again on Friday, and she could smell up my skin. She said she really liked it. So this is just really fresh and bright. It's just screaming summer. You could say aquatic, but it's also got a bit of a green note to it. And it just smells of, both the splashes have smelt of old school Avon colognes. When I was a kid, my mum was a Avon rep going around the neighbourhood. And the scent of this splash and the number one splash just brought back memories of those Avon aftershave splashes and colognes that she used to get. Nice bit of alcohol. The alcohol isn't overpowering like it can be in some splashes, but you definitely can feel the sting as it goes on. Trying to soak up anything that's still on my arms. Yeah, it just smells nice and fresh. I don't have the expertise to break this scent down any further than what I have. As I said, just brings back those old school cologne memories, you know, aftershave memories. If you're a fella around my age or a bit older, I'm pretty sure you'll understand what I'm saying. Oh yeah, it's nice. I have to shave with it again, splash it on when my missus is here, let her have a sniff with it on my skin, see what she has to say. Rightio, I shall leave it at that. I hope you enjoyed the video. Corking is something new to me. It's may not be something new to you, but if it isn't, I hope you learned something new. Any cork will do. You don't have to be bourgeois like I am with the Piper Heidersek champagne cork. But then again, in Australia, you're only getting corks in champagne bottles now because just about every table wine, red or white, whatever, and even the really expensive stuff is now under screw cap. Unlike the rest of the world, where if you drink a bit of vino, these would be easy to get hold of any cork. Okay, I'll run, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the week, and we'll catch up with you soon for another video. Okay, ciao for now.